All right, I think we are ready to go here. Just waiting for the stream to start on my end. I guess there's a little bit of a delay. There we go. Now I can see it. But it looks good. All right, let's get started. Doing a Puzzle Rush Survival. We'll see how it goes. I mean, they hung their queen, so we'll take it. Interesting that I didn't really calculate this, but it's fine. We still won their queen. All right, so we are down an entire bishop, but it looks like we get to push this through before the bishop can come back to really do anything about it. Just in the nick of time. And we've got a back row mate that is unstoppable. Here we have a sideways back row mate that's unstoppable. We've got that, so now we have a back row mate. Ugh, my mouse did something weird there. Okay, this looks like a checkmate, right? We've got this open diagonal. There's not much they can do about it. Look at a checkmate. Here... Like, this looks like the obvious move that my brain is really pushed towards is queen f5, but then they just move away. If we try to check, they can take it. Like, I don't know that this does as much as I was initially thinking it does, but this is checkmate, so that's much better. All right, and this is just checkmate in the corner, cutting off the diagonal. Rook here should be checkmate, but they're covering it. So instead, ooh, I was going to say maybe rook here. That doesn't work. So this is a little, okay. So it is rook here. They're covering it, but they take, and we take back and get a queen and win that way. So that square would be checkmate, but then we would give up this square. We could go here, though. They can't go there. This would be checkmate. They have to block this way, and we take them. So we get the checkmate. This is just checkmate. We'll do it. All right, we got 11 pretty quick, and they'll get a little harder now. Here, here, and then I guess here is the mate. Yeah. A little rook roller on the side action. We could go here, and we don't lose our piece. We'd be threatening mate. They could push the pawn. Actually, no. Sorry, I am totally wrong. This rook is not over here. little miscue there. All right. Instead, what we have is this idea. We've got the showdown here on the d file. We check. We unveil the discovered attack on the queen, and we win the queen. That's what we actually have. Daniel, what is up, my friend? How are things? Okay. This king is quite cut off. Okay, now what I'm looking at... Nope, that doesn't work. I was going to say here, here. But the knight covers it. So how are we actually doing this? Like, this move seems like the obvious first one to look at. Rook 8 takes h6. King has even two choices, g8 or g7, and neither directly leads to mate. I guess probably what we're looking at here is coming back to this square and taking here. That's my guess. Here. Then they're back to only being able to go here or here, and we can go again. And we have like a mini windmill thing happening there. Okay, is this checkmate? It looks like it is. Queen c1, cutting everything off. That's checkmate. Okay, this one's interesting, where we're clearly running them over. But our pawns are in the way of our own checkmate possibilities. But once we go here, check, either move is met by the mate coming in behind it. Doing well. I'm getting ready to head to Chicago for the big Senior Open coming up next weekend. That is going to be really fun. I didn't realize how stacked the field was this year. I went last year, and I don't think it was nearly as stacked. Jesse Cry is going to be there. Some other Grandmasters are going to be there, and I'm in the open section because there are only 2 sections. So it's going to be very interesting and hopefully a lot of fun. I may do very badly, and I think I just have to understand going in that I might do badly. So yeah, so this ends up being mate. I just kind of chase a bit, and we get the mate. But I'm looking forward to it either way. If I do badly, I do badly. I've kind of come to grips a bit more with the notion that I feel like my ratings gain and loss is kind of out of my control, as weird as that sounds. And all I can really do is play chess and have fun and not worry about the field and all that, and just play chess, and then what will happen will happen. That's all I can control. So I'm looking forward to just going to the event and having a good time and playing hopefully some good chess. I don't really see where we go here. I kind of missed that this was going to block here, so now I'm a bit flummoxed. If I try to just take, doesn't look like that gets me anywhere. If I go like here and kind of infiltrate, I mean, like, I'm not even getting any checks. It's a bit unclear to me where we're going from here. Trying to go like here to win the piece. They just take, and doesn't seem to do anything. I could try to go here to win the piece, and maybe that works better. I was thinking they could take, but they can't because of the knight. So it's like bishop goes here. Interestingly, this seems like it does not work. Okay, that's good. What about this, though? Going back to here, threatening the rook. So if I take the piece, then they take my rook. I don't know. I can't really find anything that works. I think this has to work. No. Okay, it doesn't. I calculated it didn't work. I went for it anyway. F4, Daniel says. I didn't think F4 worked. I thought I calculated that. Let's try. So I went here, brought up F4. Oh, duh. F4 is not just attacking this and they take. It is also, of course, the discovery of the queen. Yep, so Daniel is definitely right on that one. Wow, that was a very low level one to miss. And it was really because I didn't trust my own calculation. I realized like partway through that one, I was like, I don't really feel like calculating this. This is fine. And I think that's something I really need to work on this week, is doing some deeper calculation puzzles and really just saying like you're gonna have to sit with it and working some stuff out. I feel like I'm getting lazier as a chess player as I get better, which is kind of problematic. Okay, what are we doing here? There's a lot of stuff touching, and there's a lot of possibilities here. I think we just have to start going through some of them one by one. So first, this square would be great, but there's no real way to get at it. This is looking to trade. Let's say we trade first, and we force the trade. I'm not seeing a way to kind of take advantage of this, which, okay, actually, so this would be mate right here. Can we, like, really force that out somehow? Like, if I take here, and they try to just take here, and I take, they take, and I take, I'm up a piece. So if I take here, they pretty much have to take me back. If they do that, then what? Then this knight is annoying. Yeah, I'm having a really hard time with this one. I suppose maybe I could take with this knight removing. I'm actually not removing this. It has 2 defenders. And then they just take. They take. I don't win hardly anything. This is, I think, officially the hardest puzzle I've seen at 18. This one is hard. There's just a lot happening, and nothing seems quite coming together. At least it's hardest for me and the patterns I apparently have memorized. You might have different patterns memorized, and you might be like, nah, this one's easy. What are you even talking about? But for me, this is a hard one. Okay, we could go. Nope, I was thinking we could go check and pull this guy away, at least go here. Which doesn't work, by the way, but it was something. He just does not have many opportunities here. Oh, okay, they can't do that. So it has to be here. And then if we take this way, we still don't have anything. So what's the deal here? Okay, what if I take here first, and then they take, and I go check. And I think we found that if I take here first and they don't take here, they lose. But if they take here, they lose there. So maybe that's all it is. Let's take here. Takes. Check. No, I think this was even. Check. Takes. And yeah. I get an extra piece. So I guess this does work in the end. Let's go here. And it wasn't really that hard. Queen hit, always sack the exchange. Yeah, okay. It's a good lesson in life. Always sack the exchange. I think here it looks like we've got check, push back, here, comes back, mate. So we just kind of bully this poor king with our queen. What about check? Can only go there. Check with, say, the rook. And then takes. And if we go here and they try to block, yeah, this seems like it works. Okay. What about... It looks like bishop anywhere. King moves. Queen g2 is checkmate. Oh, but we're in check. So yeah, so it is the same thing. It's still bishop moves anywhere. The anywhere is there, blocking the check. Check here. What? That's truly shocking. This doesn't work. Oh, it doesn't work actually. Because after he moves back, check, the bishop can block, and this is just made on the spot. Wow, that was really bad. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Well then. We are in some trouble. Trying to figure out the first move. There's a couple options here. This seems quite decent. And then because of these pawns, there's very few squares. So the king can only go to one of those two. Queen's coming down here. If he went here and goes back, then we take with check here. Then we come back for mate. So this looks like it works. Check, and then boom, back for mate. Okay, does this lead to mate? F7 looks like the obvious square to attack. And looks like it might not lead to mate. King just moves over. The bishop's guarded. I mean, what else could it be, though? Interesting. Take, moves over. Then what? Can't pick up the bishop. Could put rook on e8 check. Queen has to take. Then we take the bishop, and then it's mate. Okay, that's interesting. We're distracting the queen away from the protection. Then we can get there. Uh-oh. Okay. Might be an important text. It is not. Interesting. Okay. Always appointments. Okay, so we get forked. Not good. What do we do? We're up a whole rook. So if we lose that rook, disappointing for sure. Not the end of the world. So what are even our choices? Our choices are one of these three spots. I feel like both of these are terrible. They have a discovery, but maybe the discovery isn't very good. Let's say I go here, discover check. Maybe the best move is to go back, and then just come back. This move looks promising because after any knight move, it's not a discovery. Let's say there. Then I can maybe move the rook over. It just feels like we are straight up losing this rook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they have a passer. I'd rather not lose the rook. And so maybe that's the answer. Maybe the answer is we don't have to lose the rook because both of these guard the rook. So let's go here. And knight moves here. And I can't move here. So I would move back down, I guess. If I go here, this is a double check. But I can come there. If I go here, this is a double check. I come out this way. Yeah, I think here works. Does not work. These puzzles I find the hardest, choosing the best defense. I agree. I don't know why I find them to be so hard. I thought it was just me, so I'm happy to hear that you struggle with them as well. But yeah, these ones where it's like you have to totally switch gears. Now you're all defense and doing these long calculations to figure out which square to move to. It's very annoying. Okay, so my initial idea was right. I just felt weird about giving up a whole rook. Like, what do we have at the end of this? Oh, we don't give a whole rook. It's just an exchange. That's the point. Even that I would have missed. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, that was my thought too, Daniel. For some reason I was thinking that gave up the whole rook. So I missed, you ready for this? A 1000, a 1340, and a 1460 are the three puzzles I missed. That is a very low level. We're going to do this again, and I'm going to do better. That's the bottom line. I'm going to do better. I hope. I can't do worse. That's maybe the worst I've done in, I don't know, a long time. Okay, I'm going to try to breeze through these first ones to get us kind of back to where we were. And then we'll go from there. Back row mate. Boom, boom. The second wrong one was just an oversight. Yeah, the second wrong one was like, I had it, and then I didn't see the square. The other one I was kind of lazy on, so it's kind of good reminder. Like, don't be lazy when you're doing these. If the point of these is some sort of training, then don't be lazy when you're doing your training, because guess what? In your games, you'll be lazy then. Okay, so I'm looking at this stuff, but I mean, the problem is just taking this knight isn't that great. It is check. I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna come in with the queen. It looks good. It just didn't look super forcing for puzzle number 5. There's a mate. Here's a mate. Here's another mate. I guess this is the answer. That's mate. This is mate. We are even on material. Taking here does nothing for us. It does free up this knight from its pin. Kind of looks like black is winning, but I guess we have this. We can block here. Wait, no, we can't. If we block here, the bishop actually comes up. And then we go takes. No. Take. Yeah, okay, so this does work. Okay. And then this check leads to mate. And then this is mate. And then this is mate. And we are almost back. This is not mate because of the knight, but we can remove the knight and then give mate. You say I'm hitting 50 on this one. Wow. I don't think so. My brain is not feeling super sharp. I could tell with how lazy I was with those last puzzles. When my brain gets that lazy and I have a chess match that day, I get worried. I'm like, oh no, this might be a debacle. Okay. This is the first one where I'm a little worried. Now I'm seeing this, but then takes. We don't have anything. Ah, it's here actually. So very similar idea, just checking from a different angle. Is the answer just no? It's probably not there. It's probably here, and then here. This guy's just far enough to run. Yeah, that seems fine. And if we run, yeah, because if they go there, we get to go here, and then they're done. Ooh, this is stopped and that's stopped. So what is the answer? The answer is just take the piece stopping us. That's the answer. I think should be the goal. You usually get to 40 something. Yeah, it is. 50 is the goal. 40 something is the norm. Last time was weird. I think I go here and this leads to mate or them sacking a piece. I'll take the piece sack. It's fine. Interesting. Can we go take rook, queen takes, push, and they don't actually have a way to stop it? That's kind of interesting. You wouldn't think you'd be taking that way. Okay, so last time what I get, like 24, and we were done. So yeah, I'm definitely doing better this time. But then again, maybe the puzzles were just harder. I don't know. This check is interesting. This check also, actually this check is the one, right? Because it's after here and moves any of these squares. We get to take here, win the rook. We're up a lot of material at that point. Pin here. Go here. Do we just win the piece? Seems like it. Yeah. Wow, that's stunning. I was 100% sure I was right. That's not true. That was a doubt in my mind. The doubt was maybe there's something better here, but I think this works. But I think this is the answer. Come in here. I guess and then that way. I want to look at this with the engine because I think my way works. I just don't understand how this doesn't win a piece. Like maybe it's not as good. What does white have here? Does white have? No, it doesn't work. Oh yeah, of course. I could just go here. Oh boy, that's ridiculous. Okay, that was a foolish mistake. Always exchange. Okay, we're back to that. We're back to sacking the exchange. Okay, white to move, cut off, cut off. So does this just win? Seems like it. Okay, not quite. Does this win? Yes, this time it does. But I'm in check. Oh my. Okay. So the actual answer is here, here, fork. Okay. Sloppiness seems to be continuing. I'm looking at check, here, check. I guess there. And then we've got this discovery. Then he goes here. And then we go here. It looks like it works. Discovery. Yeah. Let me track him down. Okay. We've got a hanging piece. That's something. We are down a full rook. So just taking that rook isn't that great. What I think we have instead is checkmate here. This knight is hitting some important squares. Everything else is cut off. So we have a mate. Feels like coming through this way has to lead to mate. This pawn is sort of holding everything together, even if we couldn't calculate it. It seems pretty clear. So like here, here, maybe here, here, here. So regardless, we have mate. Let's see. Oh no, because the rook can come back. So what's the best way to do this? Let's try to be careful. I think it looks like check here, there, rook, and then that gets there. Question is, can we sack the pawn? Not sack the pawn. Can we make this trade? Boom, 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 boom. The answer looks to be no. No, we cannot. So, do we care about that? Can we just go here? And if they check, we go here. They come back to here. We can go here. If they try to go for this pawn, then we just queen. Then they check and we're fine. So this looks like the answer. Queen, and we got there. A4. Yep, Daniel's got it. Is this the one where we go with the queen check? Ooh, no, because there's another rook back there. And the knight. Wow, there's a lot happening. So we take with the bishop. We force the king over. Let's say we don't. Let's say they take with the rook. We take with the queen. Bishop, rook, queen. King moves over. We can't actually come in for the back row mate. We're up. Are we up a piece right now? What a weird puzzle. We're up a piece and attacking the king. No, we're not up a piece. Okay, jeez. Brain's I'm losing it here. Okay. Okay, I guess if we just took here and they took and we took with the queen, we win the exchange and a pawn. And then they're threatening here. And we can just like come back. That seems pretty basic. I guess the real question is if we go here and they move over, what do we do? At that point, I'm looking at taking this knight, going up a full piece. They can check here. I can come back. And I think that works. So I go here. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't work at all for them. That's just a bunch of trades down a piece. It's Fried Foxy. There's an arena tournament on Lichess now that gives you a cool trophy for participating. Only 15 minutes left. Well, let's just for participating get this trophy. Let's see what we're looking at here. Is it arena tournaments? I guess what's the time control on it is my question. Oh, is it the chess mood one? Is that what we're talking about? It looks like there's a chess mood one going on now. There is a lot of other ones. Like a lot of other ones. So I don't know which one we're talking about. Take a 5+3 minute break. Yeah, that sounds fine. I just don't see it. Is it like the yearly blitz or something? I'm waiting for Fried Foxy to tell me what I'm looking for here. He said 15 minutes left. So, oh yeah, I don't know what this would be. Probably in the bottom. I see a 5-0. I see a 3-0. It's the FIDE Social Day one. FIDE Social Day. Oh, FIDE Social Day Marathon. Okay. Let's play the FIDE Social Day Marathon and then we'll come back. Hopefully this will work smoothly. Let's just try. Let's see what happens. Oh, it didn't let me join? There we go. Stand by. Standing. What even is my blitz rating? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I don't remember what my blitz rating is. It's random prizes, including flights and accommodations to the Olympiad. What? Okay. I could use a flight to the Olympiad. That sounds great. Okay. Oh, that didn't work at all. Let's see. What I mean is the this thing. Let's try going to this scene. Helps. It might fix everything. Yes, that's great. Okay, now let's reacclimate ourselves. Let's go here. My opponent's like, wow, you're taking a long time on turn 2. Opponent's rating is 1900. Oh my. Against this, I think what I normally do is go here, 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 here. And that's how I play against the Catalan. Okay. Alrighty. I usually go here. Whoa, okay. It's got a nice bishop move there. Let's go here. Okay, they finally push in the middle. And what do? Do I take in the middle? Sure, let's take in the middle. Now we'll go there, we'll go there. We're gonna back up this bishop and then push c5. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that was a problem. This game is over. Can they even take here? No. Okay. Alright. We'll go here, see if they want to trade. Ooh, okay. That's kind of interesting. They're giving up their amazing bishop. My pieces are looking better and better by the second, so this is kind of interesting. Can we use this diagonal? I guess we cannot. Where do we need our knight? We need our knight on one of those 3 squares. Our knight here, though, would be pretty good. So, give up the piece. Nah, I guess we can't give up the piece. That'd be crazy. Let's go here. And then we can follow up with that and just kind of cement in the middle. And I think I'm going to try to do this. And get a really cheeky win. That would be about the cheekiest win ever, but I would take it. Alright, we're going to try it. I'm going to go here. then if they push there, I don't like that. I'll go here. I'll go here, and then they're gonna push there, and all of my hopes and dreams are over. Just like that. Poof, they vanish. Okay, let's go here. Maybe I should have gone over farther. Not down that much. Maybe I can go here and threaten to take this pawn. Okay, it's going to give me the pawn. I'm going to have to take it and just say it's the best I've got. Also, I got to not get mated. Oh, okay, yeah, that was a nice little combo that I missed because it's going to lead to mate if I take here. So about all I have is here and hope that they make a pretty big mistake. I guess I could have done that slightly differently. Yeah, looks like I'm dead. I guess I could cover this square like this. I'm not dead. I just gave up yet another pawn. Just kind of annoying. Let's see what you guys are thinking. It takes a few minutes for the trophy to appear. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Do I want to do more trades? Not so much. Not really. Where do I want any of my stuff? Oh. Okay, we're just going to go here and not get mated. That's the plan. We give up that pawn. We will not get mated. Not yet, anyway. I can go here, like this. Man, if I could stick the knight here, I would win. That's kind of crazy. Here. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Ah, okay, that didn't work so well. Right, where was I going to put the knight? Here. Yeah, I can still put him there. And if he goes here, I can go here. No, I can't. But I can go here. And now we're really close to a mate. Well, we're not that close to a mate. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, you can take there. I will go here. He comes up. I go here. And if he doesn't go into the corner, I can take here. And this is actually check. Giving him a hard time. Like, that's so close to mate, actually. Like, we're really giving him a hard time. Could go here. I want to go here because then I'm hitting this pawn. And if he comes back, then I'm just going back. And if he doesn't, then I can just take here. And then I have this. And suddenly, I don't know. I am down a pawn. I mean, I am down an exchange, but I don't feel that bad about my position. I can go here, guarding this pawn. And then I'm going to probably check him. Or do I want to just go up and come from the other angle? Or do I want to just take this fork and maybe just win? Maybe just beat this 1900 blitz player. And go here. There. This kicks him away. He'll go up. I'm going to go up. Okay. That's a very good move. Very annoying. I guess I have to go here now. I don't think I played this well. Also, I should have gone here to h6. Let's see if I even get to finish this game. The marathon might finish before I get a game in. Okay. Then I think I want to go here. And I want to go here. If he lets me. Oh, he lets me. So I can go here. Here. What if I go here first? No. I'm going to check. See what happens if we kind of drive him around. Where is this king going to end up? Okay. The king goes over here. I think I'm okay with that. And then there... Yeah, I think this is just a draw. I think we're just dealing with a draw. Unless he goes there and completely cuts himself off from the rest of the world and lets me go here. That might be a win for me. That was a weird move. Okay. Now this king is just going to try to slide around. See if he lets me do it. Okay. Move here. Okay, so I'm not going to get out that easily. Yeah, unfortunately, we're probably looking at a draw. But I do have some more tricks that I want to try before I'm willing to accept a draw here. Because I can go something like this. And maybe go here. No. I don't think there's a way for me to get out here. I'll have to play g6 at some point. Which is probably fine actually if I go like king h6 g6. But I don't think I can win that. Okay. So he's offered a draw. I'm going to go here. If he comes back, I'm going to go back. Oh, okay, he didn't go back. Interesting. Can I just push here now? If takes, I take him. Yeah, this actually, I think, wins. Because he can't even take here now, or I just take him. That was a bad move by him. And then now, if, like, comes back around, he can't mate me either, because then I just take there. And now I can just get away. So yeah, so now I should win. I'm up 2 pawns, not just 1 pawn. That is a huge difference. If I try to push this pawn though, that's going to be tough. So I think I'm going to go here. And yeah, that's a really risky move. Okay, then I'm going to go here. Ooh, okay. I'm playing with fire a bit here. Got myself locked down the back row. Okay. He goes there. I'll go here. He goes there. I'll go here. That looks clever. That's a clever move. That wins. I win. Yes, with only 24 seconds left in the marathon, I went 1-0 in the tournament. Okay. Well, that was an interesting one. The trophy is worth more than 1 blitz game. Yeah, I almost resigned myself for it, but I decided not to. Okay, let's take a look at this game. Okay. I feel bad for people who play this blitz account because this was very low. Your opponent played way too... Yeah, my opponent had just so much time left at the end. Maybe they were just trying to finish the game in time. That could be what was happening. Okay, so we had a regular sort of Queen's Gambit decline situation. I guess C6 is what I'm supposed to play here, not B6. but not sure that it matters that much. And we're into just some pretty normal Catalan territory. I don't know if I'm supposed to take here. It seems fine. This was all fine. That move we saw, not fine. That was a big oversight. I should have just gone here and then, did my thing. Instead, I ridiculously went here so I could push this pawn, and bloop. Now the game's over, right? Now it's just like my opponent cleaning up. And can they clean up effectively? It's not over, but it's a huge lead. And this was a weird transformation. Exchanging this bishop and then taking here and letting my bishop be good. And so now it's kind of like, I don't know. If we just look at the pieces, my pieces look better. And then now the engine says it's almost a draw. My pieces are just so much better. Okay, so the engine likes going here, which now I understand, because then they can't push that as easily, right? Because that messed everything up. This should have won the game, but this got in the way. So if I had gone here, let's say they continue. Okay, that obviously doesn't work because that hangs the queen. So what even are they supposed to do if I go here? Engine says their best move is b5. That makes sense. And that's why the engine was saying go to d5, not there. Okay, so now let's just say they make a regular looking move. What's a regular looking move? I'll go here. I think that loses. This just looks really... Okay, I guess it doesn't lose. Because I can take e5, and then when I go here, it's not mate. Because I just go here. And I go here, and they probably... It was never mate. Wow. I had lost my mind. Oh, it's because this rook was blocking. That's why I thought it was going to be mate. Okay, so I didn't do that. I let them box out my queen. And now I'm in really big trouble. I'm basically down in exchange. And then here I traded off to get a pawn back, which didn't work at all because of this little tactical thing. And somehow I was able to come out of it looking bad but not lost. And now we're kind of getting our knight involved. This computer still says I'm losing by 4. Now the computer says it's even. They've given up their whole advantage because I get to go here, and then I pester them there, and now it is a draw. And there's nothing to be done here. I've come all the way back, and then they did this! And they gave me the exchange, and the computer says, well, you're still only up a pawn. It's just a draw. Like, there's not much to do, and I agree. I was like, yeah, okay, you're right. I'll just check this guy for... Wait, what? He's going to lock himself out of the game? And now I win. Now I win. Yeah, my opponent has 4 minutes left at this point. That is kind of shocking. We mess around a bit. I come back around. I finally just push. Whoa. Here's a shocker. This is a draw. Wow, that is very shocking. And this is actually a drawing move. This is just a draw from here. Wow, it's hard for me to believe that being up these 2 pawns is a draw. And that was a loss. So the problem was going there, because it allows me to force off the rooks. But here, let's see the winning move. There's two winning moves. Winning move number 1, the most obvious of them, take with the rook, and then like you have pass pawns, and then winning move number 2 is go here, push the king, and then probably just take with the rook again. So bottom line is, you take with the rook, it's a win. You take with the pawn, it's a draw. Endgames are really, really wild stuff. All right, Ozzy Thor says great game. Thanks, Ozzy. Appreciate it. Funny how I took the #1 fan position from Daniel after 3 messages. Yeah, and you just gotta get some messages and boom. All right, so what happened here? So now I should have some sort of trophy for being amazing and playing in this FIDE challenge. Oh, there it is. FIDE Social Day. Okay, how did I do? 2 points puts me in 10,000th place. Oh, because it's chess day. Yeah, of course it's chess day. I forgot. I remembered earlier. So the winner had 167 games played to my 1. How long was this event? Oh, it was 24 hours? Okay. Well, thanks, Brad Foxy. Thanks for giving me the heads up to join at the last moment. I did enjoy that. It was fun getting a trophy. Much appreciated. That's why you guys are all... Okay, we'll go back to our puzzles that we were working on. We're going to finish this off. We've got 1 miss. We only need 20 more to get to 50. Let's get this done. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more alive, more ready to get some puzzles done. And this looks like it works, right? We get this nice sneaky queen double attack maneuver. And yeah, that looks good. But we're in check. One of these dreaded check ones. Oh, I hate these so much. Okay. If I try to go down, I'm getting mated. So it takes away... Okay, it takes away this one. But if I go here and they check, I could theoretically block. They take, check here. That doesn't really do anything. We're up multiple pieces. So maybe just going here is the answer. But what if they play check this way? Also, they could check here. So I think what I was saying is I have to go here first. Then check, then drives me back. But then has check here, right? It's like, if I go here, check, here, and then that's mate. I can't block. And if I try to go here, then they're coming here. No, they come here with check. Here with check. Come out. Here. Man, this is very challenging. I hate these ones so much. Okay. What if we try to go here to block? They can't check here. They can't check here. They can't check there. They could check around that way now. I could go here. Takes. I wouldn't mind. So I'm going to go here. I think this works. Goodness, I hate those so much. Okay, what was the answer? Was it here? No. Was it here? No. What? Huh? So the answer is here, which I did not check. Wow, we have to give up the queen. Okay, sure. You got me. You got me. I'm terrible at those. Yeah, 10,000th place. Pretty good. Pretty good place, I think. I think a good approach to these types of puzzles is just process of elimination. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Just didn't quite come together. Okay. Looks like this king is quite vulnerable. We can take advantage of it through this diagonal. Only move is here, and then the bishop comes in and mates. Alright. That's a juicy spot that does not work. Taking the free queen is usually nice. They would have to go there or there. Oh no, they'd have to go there and then I take there. So we can take this queen and win. Okay, they're threatening mate in 1. That is very important to note. And we can't get our other rook involved. So it's basically just how do we partner the queen and the bishop in a way to get mate. So if we check here and they try to pop out that way, they get mated. If we check here and they try to pop out that way, then we would go check mate. So yeah, so the bishop pushes the king where we want the king, and then we just come in with the queen and mate. Okay, 33. Looking at bishop check here. King to e7. Queen to g7. Can't escape this way. Can't escape this way. Can't escape that way. So, but what if we go here first and just go there? Well, then we take here And it's much the same. Okay. So here, here, and we get them. All right, 34. Getting closer. Ooh, do we win the queen here? The unfortunate diagonal? Looks like they can interpose with the rook. Take with the rook, take with the queen, and... oh, then we have this also. That looks quite nice. But if we just go here to start with, and they take with the rook, we don't have a check, so that basically loses. But what if we go here first? Now they can't interpose with the queen. I go here, they check. I go here, they take. We take. We win what? We win a little material. Take, take. Here. 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 Takes. Check. Takes. Takes. They lose both rooks. We're up in exchange here. So, unfortunately, I think this is the best line. Wow, that was pretty elaborate. Pretty elaborate. Okay, so we have all our pieces in the king's face. What do we do? If we go there, doesn't really do much. King could just ignore it and move over. If we play bishop to f3, we're threatening queen takes g2 mate. They could push the pawn. We could go like take a pawn, check. They just move over. We win material. Wait, this one for some reason is looking challenging. Queen's kind of hung out. I think this has to be a mate. It just feels like it has to be. We've got everything here. All our forces are ready. I really think this is the answer. So we go here. What are even their choices? Okay, they could come back and block. That's actually a choice I hadn't thought about. Then I could go here, here. So much calculation in this one. Here, here. What about knight? They can't take this way. At least there's a lot of material problems. Take, if they go this way, then I could go take here, and then slide the queen over. Alright, I'm gonna do this. I'm not 100% sure that's right, but I don't know. I was feeling very overwhelmed by that puzzle. There's so much happening. I'm curious if you guys got it. What's the follow? So you're saying knight g3. That was certainly one of the moves I was looking at. Okay, if they take that way, it seems much easier. We can just come in this way. That wasn't really a question for me. The question was, what if they take the other way? This move is there. Okay, here, here. So their move is here. So if I go here and they go here, this is what I was unsure about. I thought if I take here, it looks like I probably get there. I guess I do, right? It's like, what else? What all can they do? Let's say they go here. H5, here, here is mate. So they have to take. I go here, they go here, and then what? Takes, 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 queen here. So it looks like that doesn't quite work. The engine is suggesting bishop f3 or bishop f5 or h6. These are all white winning. So never mind. Never mind. White is winning in this line. So I take. White takes back, and how do I win this? I win this by going this way. Here, 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 here. Okay. All right. Yep. Queen h5 was letting the king run away. We had to take first with the rook. Well. 35 is not great. But as you can see from that last puzzle, I don't know, something off today. Something a little wonky. I'm just glad I didn't have to play a tournament game today. I don't think I was quite up for it. Quite up for the challenge. Well, let's play one more blitz game on the way out. And then I think we're going to call it a stream. Thanks for Foxy for hooking me up with a trophy. A beautiful, beautiful trophy. Okay, we'll just continue along. This move, I kind of struggle with a bit. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do against it. Like how I deal with it over here. So I have an interesting question. What if I went here, here, here? My pieces would look very strong. I think I'd rather keep a pretty solid middle. It does leave me with this isolated pawn, which I don't love. It's not the end of the world, but I don't love it. I'd rather not have it. I'm just not sure what I'm getting for that isolated pawn. It seems like nothing. Seems like I get nothing for having an isolated pawn and doubled pawns. Okay, I guess I don't get nothing. I have the two bishops, so I have something. It feels very minor. That feels like a crazy town move to me. To let me liquidate my isolated pawn. Yes, this feels like it really wrecks their game if they take this way. There's a lot happening here. I get to go here. Here. No, they lose this pawn. I don't understand what happened here. Why did they do all this? None of this makes sense to me. Am I missing some brilliant tactic? I even have this thing at the end. Like, things look very bad for my opponent. What? Huh? I guess with this they have this pin. But I could just go there. Alright, I'm going here. It seems reasonable. Seems like I'm going to win material. They're going to go here. I'm going to go here. And I'm just going to say, what are we doing? I don't understand. Okay, I don't understand. Let's go here. Threaten to trade off the queen. There's no way they'll trade it. My opponent had such a good position before. What happened, man? What happened? Alright, we can even go here, check. Like, this is just wild. I'm going to come back to here. And then I'm going to go here. I think they're going to put the rook here. But that will actually just completely wreck them. Okay, we're going to go there. I'm going to go here. And pretty close to mate, actually. It's not quite mate, but we're getting closer and closer. This back row is not that weak. How do I handle this? I think they're going to go here. Oh, no, it's not here. I don't really like being on the same row as that rook, even if it's not devastating yet. I'm going to go here. The idea is I can go here and threaten lots of things. We'll see if one of those threats kind of pops open. It's the difference for me between blitz and a longer time control. For me, there's a lot of maybe, what if, hopefully, those kind of statements that I don't use as much in longer time controls. I'm just trying to decide if I take this. I think I will go here and do the discovery here, if allowed. Okay. Continuing to not like this. I'm gonna go here. Now I'm threatening this guy. There's a discovery here that I missed for a moment. Luckily there's nothing there yet. But I'm running low on time trying to figure out how to win rather than just kind of playing. And I don't know what that move... Oh no, this move's attacking him. Where's that going to go? Ah, and if it moves this way... Oh, never mind. I thought I could take here, but I cannot. Oh, I still have this. A good move might be here. It's kind of tricky, right? It's threatening this. If I miss it, I lose. It's backing that up. Yeah, that feels like a nice tricky move. I guess it doesn't work because I would just take there and mate him. Oh yeah, right. So this knight is fully trapped right now, or pinned because of the mate threat. Can I take advantage of that? Oh, okay. Well, this is mate, right? Check. Takes mate after this. So they did not see the mate threat. Oh, that bishop. So strong. Okay. We got there. I don't see how they could... Dinner time for me. Ozzy, have a great dinner. Rook d5 forks. Not sure what we're talking about there. Let's see. All right. Let's take a look at this one. Wait, what does it say first of all? It says I played like a 2000. Okay. Right. I keep forgetting this. That when this happens, the best response by the computer seems to be to go here. I don't know that I would want to do that. Let's look at the opening database. Yeah, by far, this is the best move. Then they have to go here. Then I can play c4. Then maybe they'll play f6 to kick him away, and I'd be pretty happy with that exchange. Okay, so I'm going to have to think about that more carefully. Is that what I want to do? Took, and I didn't feel great here. I kind of felt like I've got an isolated pawn. I've got, sorry, this pawn. I've got these doubled pawns, and if I had compensation, that would be fine. But my compensation seems to be like this nebulous two bishops thing. And then this was a mistake, right? This was a mistake. Because of here, then here, then here, then here. And it's kind of a long-winded mistake, but in the end, it ends up being very problematic, and the game is basically over. And then it was just, you know, can I hold it together long enough to win? Check, knight takes f3 there. Let's go back. Knight takes f3. Where are we looking at? I don't see any moment where you could play, anyone could play knight takes f3. So, I'm sorry, I don't know what we're talking about. Unless you don't mean knight takes f3 and you mean knight takes f6? Not sure. Okay. So we go in here. Maybe there's something coming up with that knight. Here, 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 here. Ah, here's what you're talking about. Right here. Ooh. Knight takes f3. I would take with the bishop, hitting the queen. And it seems like that would be over, but maybe it's a little bit deeper. Maybe it's here. Ah, that's what you're saying. Yep. Yep, and you're right. Here it does work, right? Because now things are different. Because this comes with check, this is not a mate. If I try to take this way, then we have this trick we were looking at. Oh, Fried Foxy sees it. He sees it all. Yep, you're right. Rook d5, one move earlier, forked the queen and the bishop. Oh, yep, I see what you're saying. This move. Wow. Well, there it didn't matter. I was winning no matter what I played, but you're right. That would have been a much cleaner way. And then this, it's hard to believe that this was a game-losing blunder. Though, I wouldn't have been shocked if it was, because once I realized this stuff, I was like, uh-oh. There might be something there. Lucky my opponent makes it great. Oh my good, right. My opponent went from winning to losing just in the direction of the knight move. That's kind of amazing, right? Like, wow. This knight goes here, I lose. This knight goes here, I win. And immediately. Both are immediate. One is immediately lose the queen, the other is immediately lose the game. Wow. Chess. I feel like that move right there perfectly summarizes chess, right? Like, it's like if basketball had the 100-point shot. Right there. Yeah, you go from losing to winning in just one singular move. Well, seems like a good place to stop looking at the madness of chess. Hope you enjoyed this one. Foxy, thank you so much for getting me a trophy. And I will see you all next time, everybody. Goodbye.